What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator and welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday the 16th of August 2025. Played 18 holes yesterday at a place over in Bountiful, Utah called Bountiful Ridge. I walk all my rounds now, so it takes a little more out of me, but I think it's worth it, especially for a guy my age who kind of rides a desk for a living. I don't get a lot of exercise. If you're a construction worker or somebody who's on your feet all day, you probably don't need to be walking your golf rounds, but that's a decision that's best left up to the individual, I suppose. The round was fine. I shot in my normal range of 90 to 100. And if you're just tuning in, remember I started taking golf seriously about a year ago, 13 months ago now, I think. But I think one of the big takeaways from that round is we were playing with an older guy, and he was playing pretty well. He's probably been playing golf most of his life. And I picked up pretty quick that he wasn't keeping score. Like, he didn't go back to his golf cart and scribble something down every time we hold out. Like, I keep score on my watch, my Garmin watch. One of my buddies keeps score on his 18 Birdies app or whatever the hell that's called. And long story short, it kind of got me wondering, like, why am I keeping score during these rounds? Like, they're not competitive rounds. I already have an established handicap. I know what I'm going to shoot. But what ends up happening is the score that I'm putting into my watch after every hole starts to kind of consume me, and that's all I'm worried about. And there's just really no need to even, at my level, to keep score if it's not a scramble or a tournament or something. Like, why am I even worried about what I'm scoring? I would rather concern myself with shot quality. Did the ball go in the approximate direction I wanted it to go? Did it go the approximate distance that club should go? And stop worrying about how many strokes it took and start worrying about the quality of the strike and how many shots were quality shots versus shitty shots that you shanked or toenailed or topped or thicked or all the myriad of things that can happen with a golf shot. Because I just haven't been doing this long enough. I'm putting in the work, but like, sometimes I still have trouble, right? That's not a very big spot to hit on the golf club. And I think I need to be concentrating more on hitting the ball in the proper place off the club than how many strokes it took me to hole out. I guess I just don't have the mental capacity in my golf game yet to separate my score from the fact that I should be out there having a good time and enjoying the weather. And Utah's a very beautiful state. The courses here are just gorgeous. And I think it's a little too early in my golf game to be so tied up with score. I know roughly what my score is going to be. I've played so many rounds outside this season, basically since the golf courses started letting you play, which was, if you were brave, you could start playing in January, February, March here. And it was cold and you were bundled up, but you could play. So I don't really want to be here in the simulator. I should be teeing off somewhere right now on a real golf course, but I need to work on my shot consistency. My game has not flip-flopped, but stuff's changed in the last couple of months. Like, my drives are usually okay. They usually go in a good spot. Some of them are still toe hooks and some of them are still slices. But my game off the tee is not nearly as cumbersome as it was in the beginning of the season. But now I'm having trouble. Like, I can't even hit a decent 8-iron shot into the green. And I feel like I need to be working on that. And I could be at the range, but why would I do that when I have this? Because the range is the same thing. You're hitting off a mat, so you're not quite getting the feel of the ground. At any rate, that's where I'm at in my life. I don't think I'm going to be taking score. My watch asked me if I want to take score before every round, and I'm probably going to start telling it no. I need to concentrate on shot consistency and moving the ball forward in an efficient manner after my tee shot. And I think part of the problem with that, with my irons, is that I'm trying to swing them too hard. You're not supposed to swing out of your shoes when you're hitting your irons. Well, really any club. But you swing your driver pretty hard because you want to get down the fairway as far as you can to put yourself in an advantageous position to get to the green. But then your clubs after that are supposed to be more finesse, more feel. And I'm not doing that. I'm swinging every club so that it'll go as far as it can. I know I'm overswinging in my backswing 100%. I have plenty of video of myself both in here and on the real golf course. So I think I just need to be okay with like my 8-iron going like 120 or 130 yards. I just need to concentrate on reducing the length of the backswing and thus reducing that chance of error. But I think I've been yapping on for quite a while here, 8 minutes. You guys, these videos aren't meant to be, they're not meant for people to sit down and grab some popcorn and watch them. It's basically the same thing every time. Like, I'm okay with you fast forwarding to listening to me. Well, listen to me BS in the beginning. Sometimes I say funny and interesting things. But then fast forward to the end of the video, see what holes I did really good or really bad on, and then go back to those holes in the video and watch those holes. Sometimes the rounds that I shoot in here and on the real golf course, they're not worth rehashing, if I'm being honest with you. They're just not. Some rounds are just not worth watching at all. But let's move forward and pick something to play. There's certain stuff I'm not really going to play. If I see hard greens or links greens, I'm probably not going to play those rounds. That's mostly the stuff I don't want to play. So right off the bat, I don't hate this round. Let's go see what it was. It's the No Pros League. This is an invite-only league. And at this point in time, I'm pretty sure they're glad they invited me because I'm an easy kill. But this is going to be at Park Mammoth, Kentucky, Park Mammoth Golf Club. I'm assuming KY equals Kentucky and not something else. Let's go into the round settings for the vitals. We got 6-foot gimme auto putts, 6,200 yard tees, we'll call it, Sunday pins, green firmness is normal with a stimp of 12. Fairways are links and the wind is breezy. Before I said that I liked the settings for this round, but breezy wind is, you just have to calculate more stuff than you normally would. Let's go ahead and load this up. It's really not concentrating on score, just consistency, especially with these irons, because they're ruining my life on the golf course. Like, I'll have this beautiful, like, 270 yard drive and have like 120 yards into the green, and like, I can't get there. Like, I can't hit anything straight. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about taking another lesson with my old golf coach. Like, I don't know. I could play with a golf ball in my armpit, because then if you swing back too far, the ball falls out. Ball's not supposed to fall out until you've swung through. I don't know. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not like in the movie Tin Cup where I got to figure out what's going on with my swing like right now or I'm in trouble. Like, there's literally nothing riding on it other than my sanity, which I guess is important. Okay, what do we got here? This looks pretty bland. I'm gonna go into the graphics settings and see what we can change. That definitely increased saturation, but now the clouds are gone. You can see that it's always a crapshoot. Okay, so you can add your own clouds. So now I'm getting the best of both worlds. What in the holy hell just happened here? Okay, so I chose system time at 7:30 where I am. Yeah, that's obviously not gonna work. You guys, my garage door's a little bit open, and it doesn't look like that outside here. Okay, let's go ahead and change that. Let's just make it none. Simulated. Wow, that was like 2 minutes of our lives we will never get back. If we open the mini map, we can see that this course may possibly use shared fairways. Park Mammoth Golf Club. I don't remember what the altitude was, but I can reasonably expect to hit in this region here. I've warmed up with my irons, but I have not warmed up with driver. It's really anybody's guess what'll happen, but this club driver's been a lot more reliable for me than my irons, which is just honestly batshit crazy, because it's usually quite the opposite. We're playing links. I'm not worried about what I score. I want to hit quality golf shots. And if that's not the particular struggle that you're having, I am happy for you. This is going to play about 146 yards, and it's going to play slightly. It's going to want to go a little bit right, which almost isn't a big deal. If I'm just trying to hit the green and I want to have a quality golf shot, I'm going to hit this 8-iron. And we just need to have slightly open stance, and I don't need to swing for the damn stands. It doesn't need to be a John Daly swing, right? Just need to get that 90 going and swing through. And as long as it's a semi-quality golf shot, like, everything's going to be okay. But I don't know what's going on. but I'm assuming I'm over swinging the club. That was a quality golf shot. That felt good. Is it going to be in the cup? No, it's not. But it just felt good. It was a little bit toward the toe, but it was a good golf shot. It felt good. We can see we had 95 miles an hour ball speed, 94. Club speed was 70. You guys, that's like senior citizen swing speed there. Ball carried 125. And I honestly, I don't care. I'm on the green in 2. But it's in the simulator, so it's not the same. I don't need to, I've said that 5,000 times already. 60 feet down 7 is going to be, I don't know, that's probably good enough. Let's do some quality putting. Putting wasn't too bad yesterday. There was certainly some hiccups. We can see that was a misread, but the quality of the shot wasn't too bad. It was 1 degree off to the right for horizontal launch angle, and now we're about 10 feet from the hole. I just want to get this ball to the cup. I'm putting uphill. I know I'm going to break to the right. Right? I'm not aimed to the right and I'm braking to the right. Like, I know I need to aim to the left of the cup, and I know I need to go uphill. That's all I know. And to get the ball closer to the cup is all that matters. I'd say out of those 4 shots, 3, most of them were high quality golf shots. The driver swing was a little heely. But all I'm looking for is quality golf shots. They don't need to go far. I would say if they go in the general direction that I meant them to go and within about 75% of that club's distance, we can call it a win. What do we got here? We're hitting downhill. I'd say if you get a hold of this ball, there is some remote chance that it is going to go in the bunker, because we're going downhill and we're playing links fairways. That's a quality golf shot. It might not land exactly where we want it to, especially since they're links fairways. But that was a quality golf shot, right? It came off the sweet spot on the face. You could even see the ball transfer some muck to my face here. It carried 260 and went 282. This next shot would be very problematic in real life, but thanks to the miracle of modern technology, we get to play this like a normal shot, even though we don't deserve to. I'm looking to get this ball on the green in the proximity of the pin, but the importance is a quality golf shot that hits somewhere on the face of the club. It doesn't hit the hosel, it doesn't hit the toe, and we get it up on the green. This is not going to be an easy shot in real life. You're hitting 2 degrees, 2.5 degrees down, and 4 degrees left. Just get up on the fat part of the green and worry about the putting later. So based on the replay, we can see that that was a pretty quality golf shot. We came a little more in to out than normal, and the ball's trajectory obviously went to the right, but we're in a good spot. That would have been a much harder shot in real life. For this putt, I know that I'm going to break from right to left. I'm just going to go ahead and put my line there right on the cup, and I know I'm going downhill. So this thing's going to want to bend a little more. I'm just going to put this a square over, and I'm going to give this a firm little putt, but nothing that I want to go off the green, because there's nothing worse than that. Let's just get closer to the hole, and maybe it's a 3-putt, and that's okay. Quality golf shot is what I want. That was a little slippery, but I missed those shots in real life as well. We were downhill. So for this golf shot, I need to give it a little extra, and I know it's breaking to the right. Okay? Almost the same stroke would be just fine here. Three putt, just like in normal life. I don't 2-putt a lot of greens, but those were all quality golf shots. This is a long one. Looks like D-Lud has already played this. Let's bring up the mini map. It looks like the sun's starting to come up and it's starting to wash out my projection. I kind of wish I'd have bought their the blackout screen that goes behind the impact screen, but alas, I did not. Slightly fadey, but it's a good shot. We're in the rough, but I don't care. It was a good shot. It was off the sweet spot. It was a little over the top. No complaints. Now we've got 300 yards. In real life, I would probably hit a 8 or a 9 iron out of this and get up. Because if you hit a club without sufficient loft, you're just going to be in trouble here. Got a tailwind that'll help you get up the fairway further, but it's a par 5, and people of my golf skill don't get on in 2 on par 5s unless you're playing from like the senior tees. It's just a nice and easy shot here. That felt toey, and it was. It didn't feel good. I didn't expect it to go too terribly far, but it didn't really feel that good. The shot achieved its objective, though. I think arguably, right? And then this next shot, I'm gonna hit with a 4-iron, which I don't feel too comfortable with, really ever, even on a good day. But let's give it a shot. Nice easy swing, good tempo. The shot felt okay. You can see it was a little heely. The shot felt good, but it was offline pretty bad. So I'd say drive was good, and the 2 approach shots weren't that great. Let's see if we can get over here. We're short-sighted, we're hitting downhill. Just want to get under this and maybe bounce it off the fringe, because it's going to go away from you. There's not a lot you can do. You're hitting this far downhill, because I'm 6 feet tall. So you're hitting this far downhill. If you are skilled enough, open your club up and try to get some extra loft. You're on the green. That felt like a quality shot. It was right off the center of the face. And now we've got a putt ahead of us, but really all you can hope for is to get up this hill. It's a quadruple break. I'd say let's hit it at face value, and you got to hit it pretty hard. But just get it. If you don't get this putt up this hill, it's coming back, especially on 12 stimp. It's gonna come back. I'd say that was a quality shot. We are much closer to the hole when we were. The ball didn't roll back to our feet. We should be able to at least get this putt near the pin. That was a very strange little shot for a double bogey. The quality of shots on that hole was, I don't know, C+. Number 4, probably only going to carry about 230, so right there. You got wind in your face. Nice easy swing. Okay, that felt heely, but we're not in like a whole bunch of trouble. It's semi-rough, fairway, it's still rolling. We're not in trouble. On the real golf course, this is not going to be a troublesome shot other than it's long. I came over the top with my swing, is what it is. 220 total distance. It was a golf shot. Luckily the fairways are wide open here. This next shot's troublesome because if you're short, you're in the rough. If you're long, you're gonna go into the bunker behind the green. It's a par 4. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of chance of you losing a ball, and there's no penalty area here. So take whatever club you're feeling good with that day. I'm going to use the 5 wood. And just let's advance toward the hole. Let's try to hit a quality shot. If you haven't figured it out already, you're going to hear the term quality shot about 17,000 times in this video and maybe in subsequent videos. Not a bad shot with the 5 wood there. It felt good. It was a little over the top. It didn't wander too far offline. I can't even find my offline. It doesn't matter. It was a decent shot. So we're closer to the hole. And on some of these holes, 445 yard par 4. It just is what it is. My fan keeps rattling, it's driving me nuts. Let's hit a little chip shot. In real life, your club's probably gonna, on your upswing, you're probably gonna hit these weeds. And you're short-sighted. Just concentrate on getting on the green. 41. That shot was, it's closer to the pin, but it was thick. I hit the turf. I felt my club go through the turf, which means I didn't get the maximum distance that I should have got out of that shot. It was still not a bad shot. We're pretty close to the pin. In real life, I would putt this up. What's my putter button? Go to ball, map, range, reset aim. Putt toggle is U. I know the ball is going to break left, and I know I got to hit it 15, 14, 12, 15-ish feet to get it near the pin. Good enough for government work. Misread the break a bit. .217 up 13, so 230. It's going to play 230, and you're going to an uphill green. There's no need to get cute with this. It's dangerous. Just hit the ball somewhere in that general vicinity, and you should be fine. I'm going to hit my 5 wood. Okay, that must have been toey. Hopefully you can find your ball out of this. What was it? Okay, it was right off the sweet spot, but the club face was slightly closed. Ball went 200 yards. We got 47 left to go. Call it 55. Call it 60 something because you're hitting out of the rough. Ball's going to want to go to the right, and the wind's blowing to the right. Let's just try to get on the green here. Got to hit this pretty good. And I'm okay with that because that would be a pretty tough shot in real life out of that crap. There's some likelihood you might not even find your ball. Was it a quality shot? I'd say good enough. It's not these clubs I'm super concerned with, though. It's most of my irons. Good little shot. Uh, 418. What kind of danger do we got here? Okay, my screen's starting to get washed out by the sun coming in under the garage door. I'm going to pause you and close the garage door real quick. We're back. 418 yard par 4. We're playing bogey golf. What was wrong with that shot? That was a pretty good shot. I'm not going to complain about that one. It was a little over the top, but it was off the sweet spot. This is where the trouble is in my real game on the golf course. Is this the clubs I have to use to get into here, which is crazy because my 7-iron used to be my ride or die, and now I don't know what it is. I have trouble. I'm just in some sort of a slump. That wasn't a bad shot. Just gotta slow down and try to not try to hit the ball out of the ballpark every time. I know this ball is gonna dribble right, and I know it should stop. It should sort of stop. This is one of those shots you can choose to putt or choose to chip. And now I know I have a putt that's draining downhill from left to right. Just gonna aim right there. Get it near the pin. Get my bogey and go to the next hole. Or in that case, that dropped. This would be another very troublesome shot for me on the real golf course. I had a couple yesterday that were just like this. I'm gonna hit that 7-iron again and get it somewhere near the green, maybe on it. But the point is to have a quality golf shot, not necessarily hit my 7-iron 190 yards like some people brag about. Like, that's just not what I'm trying to do here. That felt pretty good. Let's putt this up near the pin. It's doing all kinds of braking to the left. "12 feet. It's gonna be leaky. It's downhill. And there you go, putt out for par. You can see this fairway slopes from left to right. If you're able to hit the ball in an advantageous spot, you can get it to drain down. That's maybe gonna get a members bounce. Probably ruined your golf ball. 250 yard total carry. We got a little bit of help from the cart path. Over the top shot. I tried something different and it backfired. I just need to hit the driver shot that I am best at hitting. 105 yards. This isn't too bad, but this is one of those clubs I tend to try to swing out of my shoes because I want it to go really high and I want it to plop down right next to the pin like I'm a freaking golf professional, and that's not how this works. Just a nice, easy swing. Okay, it must have been a tiered green based on the way the ball's acting. You guys, that'd have been a hard pin for anybody to hit, even a professional golfer, on the back like that on the upper tier. We know we're breaking hard to the right and we're hitting uphill. This is just a tough shot to keep good pace on because you got to clear the hill, but then you need the ball to stop. And if you've done it like that, you're going to lose your ball. Blooper reel on ESPN. But now you're screwed. Just needed to hit that a little harder. This is a tricky one, guys. I think the best choice here is to just get above the hole, even if it's off the green. That's not quite what I had in mind. That was not a quality shot. And now you're hitting out of the bunker and probably might go back down that hill. Okay. This is just honestly turning into a circus at this point. You need a lot of finesse. That one maybe will roll back. You need a lot of finesse to land a ball on a tiered green right there, especially where that pin is. We're not going to take home any prizes today. We know the ball's breaking a little bit to the right near our ball and then breaks to the left by the pin, and we're going downhill. I'd say play it at face value and just make sure you don't go back down that hill. And I think if this goes back down the hill, this is a sucker green. Let's just go ahead and concede out of this hole. This is not doing us any good here. What do we got here? 2. You can see that this fairway slopes from left to right. You got a little bit of wind in your face. If you play this correctly, you get the ball up and then it's going to run out away from the green. Park Mammoth Golf Club. This is actually a tricky little course. I didn't do what I usually do and look up the slope and rating, but this course puts you in a lot of uncomfortable positions. Because your chances on a firm fairway of getting this ball to stick on the green or on the fairway up at the top near the cart path, they're very unlikely. And if you were to get the ball over to the green, which is totally possible here for the longer hitters, the course wants you to not be on the green. And we'll see once we get up there. But this is a tricky little hole. Okay, that was a pop fly. Let's see if we're somewhere where we can hit the ball. Got a little bit of a bounce. And we're rolling backwards. The ball path is starting to look like a candy cane. It's not a bad shot. You're 137 yards out, but you can see that we're hitting to an elevated green, which is not fun ever. You got wind in your face, which is going to help, and the green is long and narrow. So let's just try to get the ball on the green. I need to hit 140 yards into the wind. Let's see if we can get a 7-iron up there. Just a nice, easy shot. And that is going to be in trouble because the green is banked away. There you go. The shot felt good. It went a little bit right because of something, because the club face was closed at impact, probably put some spin on it. But that shot felt good, and it went a good distance, so I'm not going to be mad at that one. For this one, guys, you're hitting out of a bunker that is this far above your head. You probably can't even see that high, but it's up. This bunker is as tall as my launch monitor is up there. So it's tough. You got to get some loft on the ball, and you might not want to even mess with it at all, honestly. It's just a tough shot. You'd be lucky to get that shot. And then because of this lie, the ball's going to want to come out hot, and you might end up back in the bunker. So just give it a little chip and don't worry about where it goes. Because if you were aiming for the pin there, there's a good chance that you were going to be back in the bunker playing the stump the dummy game again. This is a tough course. Okay, let's just loop this over. Don't hit it too hard. You don't want to be back in the bunker. We're slightly downhill. It wanted to. Tough, that's a tough hole, guys. I don't remember what the scorecard's T. Sadly, that was not even the toughest hole on the course. Number one was the toughest hole on the course, and it's one of only 3 that we've parred. Let's see here. Okay, you got a decision to make on this one. If you can carry 250 something, you could possibly get through that stuff. I'm just not in really the headspace to be taking huge swings. I'm going to hit 7 wood here, and that'll be fine. I'm not sure why that went so far offline. It felt pretty good. I would consider that a good feeling shot, even though it kind of didn't go where we wanted it to. 150 out of this is going to be close to a 7-iron. It's up, and it's going to want to go right, and you got a ton of wind in your face. Just try to get the ball over near the green. That felt toey. That was a decent golf shot, but nothing to write home about. And then let's chip this up. That must have been a little thin. It's not a bad golf shot. It wasn't a sculled shot, but it went further than I would have liked it to. You're putting uphill. You're putting downhill even though it looks uphill. So you only need to hit this like 10 feet of feel. .98 with some tailwind. Big green, just get on the green. I'm gonna hit a 54-degree wedge here, nice and easy. It's not long enough. It felt a little thin. But it generally went the direction I wanted it to go. It got in the air. It wasn't, right? I didn't top it. This is you're short-sighted here. Just get the ball, maybe open the club face up a smidge and get the ball up and onto the green. If you're skilled enough, get it near the pin. I am not that person. That was a pretty good golf shot. Mostly off the center of the face. It wasn't thin. I didn't top it. 12th hole. We can reasonably expect to carry maybe that, and then maybe have some roll out to the right. You're hitting downhill. You got some wind in your face. You don't need to swing the club 150,000 miles an hour here. Just get the ball out there. That may have had that similar flight path in real life, but my shots don't do that on the real golf course. This is a issue we've covered many times. 217 up, 11. It's like we have a bit of a backstop. There's a bunker there to kind of keep you honest. Downhill lie. There is danger of topping this with a fairway wood, but not in GSPro. Shot was fat. It didn't go very far. I'd say that was not a good golf shot. We're still well over 80 yards out. Wind's blowing. Let's just get the ball on the green. That felt toey. It might be up there. It was not toey, it was thick. And we might have a tiered green because the ball's still moving. Okay, we got another quite hilly green here. This is a tough course. I just need to get up 50 something feet. I didn't hit it hard enough. I'd say that was not a very quality putt. Maybe should have taken a practice swing or two before I hit. You're going uphill again, bending to the right. Let me clean this golf ball. Starts feeling a little sticky. .360, great big fairway. Just get the ball out. That's probably about where we'll hit. Looks like the fairway leaks over from right to left. That should be fine. That shot was a little over the top with a slightly closed club face, which is why it went to the left. I mean, that's physics. But it did go an awfully long way thanks to the links fairways. This is kind of where I missed my button box. I don't remember the zoom in, zoom out. Q and W. Okay, now we've got a full picture of what's going on. This pin is behind a bunker. Let's just get on the green. I just want to be right here on the green. Hit a shot you know is going to get up and over that bunker. You've got a little bit of wind that's going to blow you over to the left. And we didn't help anything by hitting also to the left. It's a tiered green. Let's see if we didn't crest the tier. And now we've just got a long breaking to the right putt. Just want to get this near the pin. Distance is more important than right to left, but at least give yourself a chance. You know it's breaking to the right. And then hit it about 38 feet or so, because it's going to want to run on you. Practice your 38-foot putt. That's a solid read. We just didn't read the left or right enough, but it was pin high. 350 yards into a pretty wide fairway. Can reasonably expect to hit about here, but I don't know how much it's going to carry out. It's sloping from right down to left, so maybe just hit it at face value because the wind's going to blow it to the right anyway, slightly. I got some RCT golf balls coming in the mail for the Garmin R10 back here. We'll be playing the Auto Putt Tour with the Garmin R10 until further notice. That felt like a very quality shot. I barely felt the ball leave the face of the club. It felt really nice. .265. This shot is just get it on the green. Don't get cute with it. Let's just aim for the center of the green, like normal ass humans, and hit us a nice little golf shot. That's all you need to do. Breaking left or right. You should be able to see this when you're sizing up your putt and you're going uphill. Just get it there. Know you need to hit about 40 feet. In real life, good luck judging that distance without pacing it off. That is hot. It's just a tough putt, guys. There's really no two ways about it. It's gonna play 390. It's not going that far anyway. Can expect to probably drop it down about right here. Got some wind blowing to the right, and then a tricky little approach shot uphill with a bunker somewhere in the mix. That'll work just fine. It looks like it's going to roll down that hill. I didn't know there was a hill. Oops. Everything wants to go to the left. Your shot's going to want to go to the left. And once it hits the green, it looks like it's going to want to go to the left as well. I'm going to hit gap wedge, 48 degree, nice easy stroke, and get somewhere hopefully near there. That felt like a good golf shot. It just went nowhere. Data on the lab software here on the bottom left of your screen suggests it was a decent golf shot. It just didn't go. 53 degree wedge. Everything's going to want to drain to the left. Do the best you can to keep this ball near the pin, and just realize that unless you got some wicked spin on it, it's probably going to want to drain to the left. That was thin. Not a bad shot. Not a good golf shot though. It didn't feel good at all. It was thin and heely. It was just a gross little shot. Sun's in our eyes. Let's put this ball near the pin and get out of here. Little dribbler. You don't even hardly need to touch this ball. So despite not having, that was 2 not good golf shots. The drive was okay. It wasn't a bad hole. There was nothing too egregious. This is going to be a tricky hole. You can see it's all downhill, quite severely downhill. And if you hit too hard, you almost got to just roll this up on the green, because it's going to go 20 yards further than you even think it is. So that shot will go 210. Let's hit 7 wood, nice and easy. Where's my tee for 7 wood? Okay, that was not a good golf shot. This is a par 3. Let's see if we can scramble to get the ball on the green. That shot was no good. It was heely. I'm going downhill about 3.5 feet to a pin that's on the back, right? This wants you to roll off the back, and it's going, looks like it's draining from right to left. So just put the ball on the green and know that it's going to drain over to the left. That didn't drain to the left at all. Based on the topography, it should have drained left. Hit this 10 feet, get it near the pin. Maybe it goes in, maybe it doesn't. Take your bogey, move to the next hole. We had that one hole we conceded out of, but I wasn't going to sit and play stump the dummy on that green for 30 minutes. And that's okay. Guys, sometimes when you're on the real golf course, instead of looking like an idiot and hitting stupid shots over and over, just concede the hole. Say, hey, I'm picking my ball up, and not one of your buddies out there is going to say anything, I'll bet, about it. They'll probably say thank you. If you're out there with a much more skilled golfer, he's probably tired of waiting on your ass, and he will also be thankful that you picked your ball up. You don't make money to do this. I don't either. Sometimes you got to pick your ball up. Okay, that's had a little bit of a draw to it. That was a pretty shot. It's rolling out because of the greens, or excuse me, the links fairways. That was a decent golf shot, but you can see you've got some tree trouble now, and you still got to go a $188. It's a par 5. You don't need to get cute here. Maybe leave yourself a decent shot in. I'm just going to pop an 8-iron up over here. That wasn't a good golf shot. It was heely and, or toey and thick. That's just one disappointing shot where if you're not keeping score that day, you drop another ball and try that one again. Which is what I will be doing for the foreseeable future. That was not a good shot. It didn't feel good. It was thick. I felt the club rotate in my hand. And here we are hitting out of a bunker that is almost 8 feet tall. Ball's going to want to go right, and you're short-sighted. Don't be stupid. Just get your ball out of the bunker, which is easier said than done. I think sand trap shots are where the simulator falls on its face the worst. There are ways to simulate sand, but I'm researching them. I don't have one yet. I would like to get a little sand mat. I would pause the video while I swap the mat out. But sand trap shots are by far the least simulated in the simulator. It's hard to simulate them. 33 feet. That's not a bad shot. That hole was, those weren't good golf shots on that hole at all. Here's another tricky one. If you lay up in this area here, you leave yourself a 120-yard shot, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But you've got to carry 238 to get over that, and then you really aren't, there's really no guarantee where you're going to land. So if you're feeling good with your driver that day, maybe try flying this. Pay attention to the wind. It's going to want to push you to the left. If you're not feeling good with your driver that day, and I would imagine on a course this difficult, I assume it's difficult. I haven't looked up the slope and rating. On a course this difficult, I'm not really sure how you're going to be feeling that day. That didn't feel good at all. Yep, you can see it was heely, and now we're going to be hitting out of this schmutz over here. Looks like I need to realign my projector. You advanced the ball, but all of your buddies probably hit further than you on this shot, and now you're hitting out of this. So not only are you in the rough, you're going uphill. My advice would be to find the fattest part of the green and just hit right to that spot, right there. You're hitting over a bunker, you got some wind to deal with, and this is going to be a really crappy shot anyway because all of this foliage is going to want to stop your club. It's going to want to decelerate your club. Not in GSPro, which is why these shots don't have really any effect on anybody because all they do is take like 10% off your speed. But in real life, these shots are not very fun to hit. Okay, I fatted it, and who knows where we're gonna land. That was not a good golf shot. The sad reality is that's closer to what would happen in real life than you think. Unless you guys are lucky enough to never have that lie. Let's just make sure this gets on the green because we're leaking from left or right to left. Just get it out. Not out, but up, rather. That's a good shot. This is for par, it's downhill, it's not bending very much. Just get the tempo right and it should be near the pin. You barely need to touch this ball though. Okay, we're not worried about the score. I'm not. Some of you guys are very fixated on your score. But I'd say there was a lot of solid, I'd say 75% of the shots were pretty good golf shots. They felt good. They went in the general direction they were supposed to go. They went generally as far as they should. And it wasn't a bad round. You've got some double bogeys on here. You had this one hole I conceded out because I just wasn't going to sit and get my ass kicked on a stupidly difficult green. Let me pause you guys real quick and see what the slope and rating on this course are. I should have done it in the beginning, but I didn't. Park Mammoth Golf Club is in Park City, Kentucky. That's funny because there's a Park City, Utah as well. But looks like it's a par 70, so the scorecard is correct here. But the slope's 127, 113 being an average course and 155 being a very difficult course. 127 I wouldn't say is that bad. And the rating for scratch golfers care about rating is you'd shoot about par here. On average, I guess. Scratch golfers don't shoot par on every round. Newsflash. All right, guys. Sort of a boring video here. It's gone like an hour and 20. Again, I don't expect anybody to watch every minute of all of these videos. That's absurd. But I'm shifting my golf game as a very, very beginner golfer who started golfing about a year ago. I'm shifting my golf game toward quality golf shots that go approximately the distance they're supposed to and go approximately the direction they're supposed to. I'm not fixating on score anymore. I'm not fixating on my handicap anymore. I can do that later. I've got a lot of golf to play. I'm a middle-aged dude. I'll probably do this until I die. I'm just tired of marking strokes in my Garmin watch after every hole and feeling terrible about it. You shouldn't pay to have a shitty time on the golf course, especially as expensive as some of the rounds of golf are here in Utah. But that's all I got for you. I appreciate you tuning in, and you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you in the next video.